Alright, so Honda Civic MK8 2.2CDTI. 300,000 plus miles on this, probably more like 305,000, and eventually something's got to break. What's broken is way down there, no, maybe like 20 centimeters down there, is the water pump, and the water pump spindle just fell off. It just cracked. Luckily the belt was not chewed up, the auxiliary belt. So things are in the way, possibly alternator, definitely the tensioner, and there should be a new tensioner arriving as well. Of course, the new water pump. Going to be jacking up the car. Look for a safe way to jack up the car. Look for one of my videos, just link it, if I remember to link it or not, where the place is jacked. And also how to remove the serpentine belt, but in this case it would have been already gone, and just wiggled it out. And how to remove the undertray, another video on this MK8 Honda Civic. And then we'll see you when we've taken the undertray off and either ramped it or jacked it. Probably ramp it at the moment to start with. Apparently, according to Haynes manual, this wheel's got to come off, and maybe this trim will arch, but maybe not, because when I looked at my old video, when this is removed and a portion of that is removed, all you get for your money is just like that lower part exposed, and there's a plane of metal against the car. So not sure, I'm just going to tap this inside. Because the inside here, no, that's not shroud, it's metal. So you just get another 12, 18 inches, something like that, exposed. We won't get like the side of it exposed. You're not going to get the actual side of the engine exposed. Yeah, that's bulkhead. Right down there is bulkhead. Alright, so not going to be easy. Plenty of light, it's middle of winter, starting to, well, it's kind of cold and been wet and windy. So right, okay, that's the drainage plug for the coolant. Drain that off. We're at this stage now. This can come off easily. I think there's 2 bolts on the tensioner. So what does it look like from underneath? Get a light on it. See, that's snapped off completely. Here's my new AC pump. I'm thinking this won't even dislodge because the AC pump's in the way. It will go upwards, I think. But looking at this, yes, I can see a tensioner bolt. No, I can't see a tensioner bolt. There's the tensioner right there. My finger is. Okay. So there's 4 bolts on the AC pump valves to remove it. One here, and then up above it. It's about this sort of angle, but obviously on top of the AC pump. That would make my job a lot easier. I could just leave the cables attached, but this would fall out and everything would be out of the way. I can almost see most of the bolts anyway. Let's get that pulley, top pulley out. Well, I think one of the tensioner bolts is here, where my magnetic tool is. Pointing right there, I'll get the back of the end of the tool. Point, it's down there. See see where the end of my tool is. Right, put a light on this. See where my tool is pointing at, just below where my tool is, my magnetic tool, should be, you might be able to see it now, should be the nut for the tensioner. That's one thing. Here's the other nut. Looks like a 12, maybe 13, maybe. This is a 14 on this pulley. I'm the one who put this pulley on, and I've been using my very long 20 centimeter wrench, and I can't take it off. I need an extension bar. So it could either come upwards if the tensioner plays ball and comes out easily. Might need to get this bracket off as well for this pulley bracket. 3 bolts on that, 3 big bolts, and or come from underneath. That's another way, from underneath. If the AC pump comes off, I think the AC pump comes off, take the 4 bolts out. You might be able to do it from underneath. I dare say that might not be a bad way of doing it as well. So 2 techniques. I know the AC pump will just come off, and you know there's no AC left in it anyway. That does seem the easiest way. It really does. Right, just give you an update. I'm going to go with the removing the AC kind of tactic first. Remove the plastic shroud. There's some bolts that connect this crossbar. This crossbar connects the left side, the right side of the engine at the front. Once that comes off, a lot of things get a lot easier. Don't forget to unplug this thing here. I had to undo the light a bit to pull the cable from underneath this little point here. This cable that releases the bonnet. So now I've got the top bolts of the AC done. Can't remember it being this difficult last time, but once the AC comes off, we'll get. You know, I'll drop that stupid, I guess it's like a pulley, the one that snapped off, that comes off. Gives me more view to the bolts. I do still believe we should be able to take the water pump out from below. I do believe. That was dead tight. I need some sort of a pipe or something to take that off if I was going to change that. And I was the one who put this on, so I put it onto specs. You know, the proper specs for the torque, but I guess it was too tight. So I can easily see the bolt for the tensioner, 1 bolt. But I will try and remove the tensioner as well, if I can, from below even. That's the AC pump removed. Now, of course, we'll clean the mating surfaces, and I'll try and put some seals on here actually. Extra seals so it compresses properly and there's no leaks. So I've kept that there. I don't want to lose that. I'll just tighten that back up. So this tool one, just got to remember, was the one that fitted on this. Right, so AC pump removed. So now it looks like this from the bottom. I can see water pump that one, and that one, and even that one, and even that one there. And where my middle finger's pointing. So this one, all visible now. And I think the top one's been taken out already by my brother. So here's a new AC pump. That one's been removed. That one went there. I can see at least these guys here. Don't know about that one. Right. So, not AC pump, water pump. Quite stiff. There's a weep hole there. That's meant to weep if it is, I don't know. Can't remember why, but. So this spindle completely snapped off. Right, wherever the tensioner bolt is underneath the magnetic tool. It's underneath. And you see and you see where underneath, well, below my magnetic tool, there's the last bolt for the water pump. But if I pull away my magnetic tool, you will see the underneath tensioner bolt. Watch, there it is. See it? So that is a tensioner bolt. Top tension bolt is easy, bottom one is not easy. That's tension bolt, I don't know, it looks like a size 12. This is another 10. So the tensioner is actually in the way of me taking this off. I could try wiggling it with some sort of tool, I should try. But anyway, if I wanted to take tensioner off, there's the bolt right there. Difficult to see, but it should be gottable. Right, bottom bolt tensioner is a 12, looks like that. It's quite clean. Top one we've already done, and as I exerted force on it, the tensioner cracked, so it's definitely on the way out, and it's the same length. So I don't know, is it going to come out nicely for us? I don't know, we'll have to wiggle it. Something not coming out nicely for us. That bit's falling right off. We catch it.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's broken right off. We could use it still. Right, the tensioner is a nightmare. I managed to use this same 14 spanner and we've got the heck out of it, even that one that's busted there. So I think it's going to pop out. So we've done that. So I don't know if it'll come out. I might have to take this pulley out. Right, update. It's getting dark. The stupid water pump cannot be removed from below, even with the pulley hanging off by its last kind of ends. It's not removable from below. The tensioner is an awkward fella. One bolt, but I got a feeling there is a Allen key number 6 that stretches all the way across. That's keeping it in. It's a number 6. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. So notice how wiggly it is now. That's the mystery bolt connecting the tensioner to the bulkhead, which is just unusual. So a short stubby 14 came out of that hole. A longer 14 came out of this hole. This hole here. That hole's not used. And then this one here, I'm thinking maybe I need some pipe removing spanners to get that one to wrap around it as much as possible. Well, it's not worth using open spanner on it. After trying a variety of spanners, found one. There's no name to it. Just says drop forward spanner. Well, one spanner wouldn't do it, but another spanner you have to have the ring side to turn it. But one wouldn't do it. One would. Tried 3 different spanners. One had just the right kind of teeth on it to grip on this bolt, which is a nightmare. So now the thing is there enough room? Is the bolt going to hit this bulkhead, which is coming up before I can dismantle it, is the question. I should let you know. It's just about to hit the bulkhead. You know, or even thinking of things like taking or shaving down that bulkhead that houses the fucking tensioner. It's getting quite loose now. This is a 4 spanner job on Haynes manual. You can see exactly why it's difficult. This job is not easy, this particular task. Not at all.
Come out.
Not yet. Not yet. If I carry on doing this, it will hurt the thread.
Maybe we had to put the wrong bolt. Maybe one bolt's longer than the other.
Maybe if you shave the bolt, it would be all.
Yeah, shorten it. Take about, it's only like 5 mil.
Oh, look at that! It just fits. Just comes out. Let's see. Just check the end of that bolt. See if it looks damaged.
Nope.
It just fits. Let's just make sure it's the right. It's the one without the white paint. You have to remember it's the one without the white paint. So 3 spanners didn't work. 1 did work, which is insane. This horrible beast comes out. Will the water pump come out? Possibly a way of wangling this out without taking the alternator out. With the alternator, this alternator was not there. It will come out because I think we wiggled it that way, towards the front of the engine. It might come out. Right, this is as it stands. Another day, of course. What I'm going to do is see this water pump. I'm going to put it back against the side here, and I'm going to put the bolt back in, maybe one of the top ends, maybe just here in the middle, and tighten it in, because basically those veins, this cannot be dislodged as it is. It could be. Look, if I do this and I push it right against it, look, can you see how the pulley is not aligned with the rear crankshaft and the alternator? Can you see that? So I think the pulley needs to be wedged in with a pry bar, a big pry bar, properly, and then if that fails, I'll bend the vanes in. I'll bend them in inwards like that. I'll twist it that way so they won't take as much space as. So I should try and push the pulley in as much that way to the left as possible, towards the engine left. If that fails, bend the vanes, and not snap them though. If I snap them, that's not a good thing because it might fall into the engine. Right, all right. Yeah, you can see how it is like. I don't know, maybe half an inch almost in the wrong spot. Put one bolt in at the bottom first, of course. I don't want to drop into the crevice, and then the bolt at the top. And I'm going to try and somewhat. It's back on the shaft, I know that for sure. Bigger pry bar. Somehow it worked its way loose. Getting a lot of force with this large pry bar. Shaft is also bent a bit now. Can it be moved in from the bottom? I don't know. Unusual. It's gone. Let's see the engine shifting. Strange fault this. didn't shear the bolt, the shaft it just fell out. Right. Another option, I'm just seeing this sticking out. That could be hacksawed away. That lip. Almost shift the engine over a bit. So if you look at the new one, it almost goes in on the top, almost. See that? So in that case, if you also look, I've bent over the vanes as much as I could. Normally they stick out that much. I could hacksaw the shaft. That's one way I could do it. Bring a hacksaw and that'd be a tough job, but I can do. Another way, if I move the alternator out of the way, so I think this thing, when it gets to here, if it didn't hit on anything, if it turned, like, you know, you were bringing like a big sofa out of a piece of furniture, as it turned, like that, it'll come out, I'm pretty sure. So alternator out next. I don't want to leave any things inside the engine, like hacksawing anything and something falling in. Don't want. When you're dealing with the alternator, make sure negative terminals out of the way and removed, because you can cause a spark and ruin your alternator. Should be 4 bolts. One here. Funny enough, I only count 3 bolts. 1 and 2 at the bottom I can easily see. And if the other one might be hidden. If I take off this bolt, the one I'm pointing to there, that one there, it might reveal another one underneath. I'm not 100%. Only 3 connected to the engine bay. That one there is to connect this shroud, whatever it is, because that is an empty space behind there. Doesn't connect to it. So 1, 2, and 1 at the bottom, it should come out. Obviously, at some point, I need to disconnect it. Right, with the alternator out of the way, hopefully there's enough room. Almost there, almost. Right, after a lot of using crowbars to shove the engine over that way a bit, it came out, fell out. So comparing that with the actual one, you should see the depth difference, significant. See it? Yep. Somehow it worked its way loose, so it's an interference fit. You know, if I got a sledgehammer and bashed that or pressed it, it would be okay. But anyway, nearly done. Just reverse job it. Anyway, I've got to clean the mating surfaces. Obviously, make sure the gasket has come out. It has done. Fit the new gasket in, clean the mating surfaces, check for any damages, etc. I don't think I did. I didn't push against the mating surface. Right, installing is not the reversal removal in our case, yeah. So I've got to be careful here. There's some burring on there, I've got to get rid of that. Now I've just got the old tensioner replaced here, so in this position I could insert the bolt and twist it into the housing. So I'm testing that to see if I can install the tensioner from above, and I think I can. If I can do that, I'm going to put in the water pump first. You can see I've inserted the bolt part of the way in, so it comes, well, what can I do now? Can it be twisted into position? The answer is yes, quite easily. You tilt it like that, like so, to remove and to install. So the tensioner can be put in later. So it gives me all the best. I know there's going to be some people out there who's going to go, oh, you don't need to take the AC out, you don't need to remove the alternator. I did it without doing any of those. I just, you know, for those people out there, I like to do work, and it should be the same for you, with everything out of the way. So say for example I'm trying to tighten the bolts, everything is truly out of the way. I can really get that 15 Newton meters. That's the tightness of the bolts. That's the torque setting for the bolts from the water pump in. Without, you know, without me twisting the bolt in and at a funny angle and causing the threads to kind of wind away funny. That's the reason why this is probably the best way of doing it. You can do it your way if you want, but please don't complain about what I do. What I do is I try and do the best I can for the best outcome. Alright. I've had to modify the vanes so they kind of curl inwards. I might, once I push it in, I might just straighten them out again, but I'll leave the tips kind of curled over. I just need to straighten them out again once I get in there. It's not easy at all. So at this stage I've got a piece of wood. I'll put it about here, and then I'm going to wedge a pry bar against that space there, and I'm going to pry it open. We'll push away from the right hand side towards the left hand side, and hopefully it will clear a tiny gap, and hopefully it will pop in. Then I will just straighten maybe 5 degrees of the vanes, so as his original kind of look, apart from the curly bit at the top. So now the vanes look like that. I didn't straighten them all the way. I noticed yesterday the vanes are really quite strong anyway. They were quite flexible. I could bend them one way or the other without snapping them. I've only done it once and then twice back. I don't think it'll snap, so that's very important that it doesn't snap. Double check you've got the gasket in and it's sitting in nicely. I'm going to put the bottom bolt on and then the top bolt. And that's it, you know. Really, you've seen how this can be inserted in the tensioner, and I will show you the rest. But alright, just adding a bit of Loctite glue onto the 7 bolts, 15 Newton meters, so not very hard. You're going to do it up, otherwise they will. Well, I've just got to go in my 10mm socket and then tighten them up to 15. Basically I'm going to hold it here, not very tight. Of course when I did it first it was hand tight first, opposite nut bolts, and do them in sequence. That's it really. You hit that like, subscribe button if you've not already done so. Leave a comment. You may have another way of doing it, but please, obviously, unless you think you've got another way of doing it, unless you actually do it, you can't really say for sure. And if you want to carry on watching, I'll just leave a few bits more where I just put all the other bits in. I'm going to recondition slightly the seals on the AC as well. I'm going to put extra seals in there, but it'll probably be night time when I do that, you'll see it at night. Thanks for watching, but carry on watching if you want to see the rest. Right, so you see the water pumps in there. I've put blue Loctite on them, on each bolt. So before anyone forgets, I'm going to lubricate the system. Make sure the coolant goes in. Easily forgotten. That water pump should not be allowed to run with no coolant in it. It'll break the seals. Next job, I'll get the new tensioner and I will put the tensioner in. So difficult to get to bolt is that one, but I've just got to eyeball it, and then it's in line with that. See that little kind of crease there is in line with that. Just remember that. So with the alternator in place, drop it in. It's in place partly, and then twist it like so at an angle, like that. There's that funny bolt with a funny nail at the end, goes in like that.
Do you need an Allen key?
Goes in like that. So there's that bolt. So the centre bolt first. Put your hand, do that up to hand tight. Allen keys number 6, I think. Yeah. Rightly. Make sure the wheel, yeah, haven't got it swapped around reverse or anything. That in there. So, and then obviously I will tighten, not that yet, the 2 bolts in first, hand tighten them. If I can do it from above, I'll do it from above. I can still see that little crease from my angle here. Might put a bit of Loctite on this one. There you go. Just make sure the bolts are seated first. Got Loctite on them. If it falls, I know it ain't going to fall far, hopefully. Yeah, found the hole straight away. Found the hole straight away.
That's good.
Yeah. So obviously the centre needs to be bolted up first. Centre bolt. So an Allen key job. These in hand tight. You can see how the tensioner goes in. So hindsight is 2020. Using a deep socket 12 to release that one, the difficult one, and to put back in would be a better. So I just use a deep socket from above. I've got the blue Loctite on it already, but not too tight. I've got a 1.25mm. You'll snap something because it is still aluminium only, as we found out. It's got the Loctite on it. Tiny bit more maybe. If it don't go. I just tiny bit more than the other one. Just to double check. That's the tensioner done. So you was looking for a video how to do the to replace the tensioner. Yeah, this advises you on that. So hit the like, subscribe button. That's all put in there. Nice new tensioner, nice new water pump. Just the AC unit now, I'm just going to modify it so it does not leak. And of course, not forgetting the bracket on the top with a pulley. So I'm just going to check how much the water's gone down. Add some more coolant in it. So here's the end of one of the ends of the, I don't know, inlet, or I don't know. I'm not going to change that O-ring because I think it's quite new. Remember when I put the pump in, I changed the O-ring and then just going to clean it down, and then the other mating surface on the other side, clean it down a bit. Well, I found the perfect fit to absolutely stop leaks, which is one of these guys. One of these guys fits. Got a number of them. I think it's not even this box, it's the other. This green one fits the top green one, and I remember I have to swap colours on the way down on the bottom hose. There you go, look at that. Yeah, so it's gonna sink in. It won't sink in all the way because there's, you know, because of the thickness of this washer, but and the opposite, the pink one, fits the one below. Yeah, see how I've put the red one on to the bottom green hose. See it? Perfect fit. Took me ages to track those down, so I'll try and leave a description, but a link to the description, I can't guarantee it. Okay, the AC pump goes back in. Tightness of the bolts are 22 Newton meters. I'm going to put some bit of Loctite. Right, that pulley bracket, the bottom one's the hard one to put on, that one there. Found two spanners, one's called Victor, one's called Draper, 14mm spanner, it's quite long. It's an alternation between, well, the ring end, alternating between one and the other, that gets it on and off. So if you're having problems with that, get a Victor spanner and a Draper spanner. Right, very important, the idler pulley is very easy to get wrong. Big orange bit, small orange bit, that insert goes in there. This cap, you may be tempted to put it on like that, but it is not. You put it on like this. Okay, so if there's a squeeze pressure on it, the bearing turns and there's no friction. Alright?